Do you have early, like early access, I don't know, early access to feature customers or any kind of program like that that you could leverage certain customers that have raised their hand to say, hey, I want to see new features. And that way you could do your testing that way within through like feature flags or something. Do you have any kind of, and then go for the big bang when they've hit it at least somewhat? Do you have any kind of program like that?
We have in the past for certain features. I think we're coming back around to having something like that. Yeah, Brittany, do you have any other?
Yeah, so we had a beta council. By the way, my one light bulb keeps going in and out, so it knows that Halloween's coming. It's very spooky.
Thank God you told me that, because I thought I was just having eye problems. So I was like, God, I got to go to the eye doctor tomorrow. Oh, crap.
So we've had like beta councils in the past. I think the struggle for us is that the people that we would want to put on a beta council tend to be people who buy the software, but they don't use the software. And so what we need is like those power users, to your point, Creston, like people that are really like very, like their entire workflow is using our software. Like those are the people we want to get to, but like those people are hard to reach sometimes. And so I think it's just, I think having that council is great. It's just getting the right people on it and getting them to actually try the new feature. And like, you know, there's a little bit of weirdness too. Like if you reach out to your beta counselor and you're like, feature flag this new feature, and they're like, I don't want to try it. And you're like, why did I build this? You're like, uh-oh. But then you release it to the general customer base and it's well loved.
Yeah.
So it's just like, sometimes it's like rolling the dice.
Well, is there a way to, well, presumably some of these features came from a request from customers. Would these potentially, I mean, if it's a new customer, you can't really do this. But if they're an existing customer who's looking for a feature, I mean, you could grant them access to it.
So you just asked a really insightful question. You assume that most of our product features come from our customers.
Yeah.
They really don't. Would you agree, Josh? Like, I feel like we're always trying to push to do things that they haven't considered. And then once we put it out there, they're like, oh, how have I gone on without this? But I'm curious if you would agree with that.
Yeah, there's definitely some educating the customer aspect there. Like some of it is stuff they just don't know is possible, like larger campaigns and stuff, where like one customer will come and ask for it and push it, and we'll be like, oh, it'll be this weird like beta testing thing where we're working with a single customer to figure it out, like sending larger campaigns, and then we've rolled that out across the platform and it's become really successful. So I think we are pushing the customers in a lot of ways. Not to say we're not responsive to like their needs and wanting certain things. Their requests are usually more incremental. They're like, we want the Chrome extension to work with this page, or we want to have this feature in the Chrome extension as well, that sort of thing. But I think going back to like the original question of like a beta council is like, we're getting better at getting insights into our platform and how it's being used and finding those power users. Because like we know the ones that complain a lot, because like they complain, which is great. Like they tell us a lot, and like it's not like complaining. It's like, hey, this is working again, like, which is great. But we want to find those like really power users that we can go to and say, hey, we noticed you use this a lot. Beyond just sending a lot of messages, because like cool, you send a lot of messages. But coming back around full circle is like when we go ask our like the go-to-market team is like, who can we talk to? Who should we talk to that'd be good to talk to, or that like we have a good relationship with? It's people that they want to, you know, have more rapport with, not necessarily people that are like the best for us to talk to in terms of like finding new features and making the product better. Important customers and everything, and make them happy, but not necessarily those power users.
If you like this clip and want to watch another one, you can click right here, or if you want to watch the full video, you can click here.